Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fahmi Kuzaimi bin Abdulham. I'm from Mathematics Elective Students PISMP 2024-2027. Today, I will present Understanding Mathematical Reasoning in Addition. So, let's watch it. Today, I will present how we as a teacher in understanding mathematical reasoning with addition to our students. There are 7 steps in understanding mathematical reasoning with addition. Step first, which is introduction to addition. The objective of first step is introduce addition as a mathematical operation for combining quantities. The activity, which is begin by presenting the question: if I have 3 apples and I buy 2 more, how many apples do I have in total? This is the example of question that I choose. Discuss the concept of combining or adding quantities together to find the total. Okay, so this means this concept of combining quantities is at the heart of addition. It's like putting pieces of a puzzle together to see the whole picture. By understanding how to add or combine numbers, we can solve many real world problems. Whether it's counting objects, calculating distance, or even determining the total cost of items at the store. So let's dive into the world of addition and see how we can see it to solve this question and many more like it. So we move to second step, which is concrete representation. The objective is represent addition using concrete objects. So we can see the activity, which is provide students with physical objects such as apple cutouts or actual apples. Start with 3 apples, add 2 more, and count the total number of apples together. And emphasize the action of physically adding objects. So this means imagine we are in a classroom with a basket of apple cutouts or actual apples. So we can start by showing the students 3 apple cutouts or handing them 3 actual apples. Now let's say these apples represent the 3 apples we start with. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3. We place the 3 apples in a visible spot, such as on the table or on the board. Now let's imagine we at the store and we decide to buy 2 more apples. What do we think will happen when we add these 2 apples to the ones we already have? Then we grab 2 more apples, count out or hand out 2 more apples to the students. We start with 3 apples and now we adding 2 more. Let's count them together again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We place the additional 2 apples next to original 3, emphasizing the action or physically adding objects together. What do we have now? That's right, we have a total of 5 apples. By physically adding these apples together, we can see that 3 plus 2 equals 5. This hands-on activity allows students to visually and physically engage with the concept of addition. By seeing the objects come together, they can better understand how addition works and how quantities combine to form a total. It also provides a tangible representation that reinforce that abstract concept of addition. So now we move to third step, which is symbolic representation. Objective: introduce symbolic representation of addition. The activity is write the addition of expression like 3 plus 2 equal on the board. Explain the meaning of the symbols plus, symbols 3 and symbols 2. Solve the expression together to find the total number of apples. So this means after physically adding the apples together, transition to the symbolic representation of addition. Write the addition expression 3 plus 2 on the board. Now let's break down what this expression means. The symbol plus represents addition. It shows that we are combining or adding quantities together. Point to the numbers and explain. The 3 represents the initial number of apples we start with, and the 2 represents the additional apples we bought. Now we solve this expression together. We are finding the total number of apples by adding 3 and 2. Write down the steps or count aloud as you add 3, 4, 5. Emphasize the result, so we add 3 and 2 together. We get 5. This step connects the physical demonstration of addition with its symbolic representation, reinforcing the understanding of addition as combining quantities to find the total. So we move to fourth step, which is understanding properties. The objective of understanding properties is explore properties of addition. The activity is discuss the commutative property by asking if the order of adding the apples matters. For example, does it matter if I first had 2 apples and then bought 3 more? Emphasize that the order doesn't change the total. This means, so regardless of whether you first had 2 apples and then bought 3 more, or if you initially had 3 apples and then bought 2 more, the total number of apples you end up with remains the same, which is 5. Emphasizing this property helps students understand that addition is not affected by the order in which the number are added. It's a fundamental concept in arithmetic and lays the groundwork for more advanced mathematical operations. So now we move to fifth step. The fifth step is problem solving and reasoning. The objective is apply addition to solve related problems. The activity is present additional scenarios involving adding quantities, such as if I have 4 bananas and I buy 5 more, how many bananas do I have in total? Encourage students to use addition to solve the problems and explain their reasoning. So what this means? This means after discussing the commutative property, introduce another scenario involving adding quantities. Let's consider a different scenario. Suppose I have 4 bananas at home and then I go to the store and buy 5 more bananas. So how many bananas do I have in total? Encourage a student to use addition to solve the problem. We can guide them through the process by writing down the addition expression 4 plus 5 equal on the board. Let's use example. Let's use addition to find the total number of bananas. The 4 represents to the number of bananas I already have, and the 5 represents the additional bananas I bought. Encourage the This encourages students to explain their reasoning as they solve the problem, from them to articulate why they are adding these quantities together. After giving them some time to work on the problem, invite students to share their solutions and reasoning with the class. Listen to their explanations and provide feedback as needed. Encourage students to justify their answers and discuss any misconceptions that arise. Reinforce the idea that addition involves combining or bringing together quantities to find the total. Emphasize the addition can be used to solve real life problems, such as determining the total number of bananas. By presenting different scenarios and encouraging students to use addition to solve them, we help them develop a deeper understanding of addition as a fundamental arithmetic operation. So we move to sixth step, which is mental math practice. The objective of mental math practice is develop mental math skill for addition. The activity is provide quick mental addition exercise such as what is 3 plus 4, or if I have 6 cookies and eat 2, how many do I have left? Encourage students to solve these problems mentally without using manipulatives. So this means transitioning from the previous activity, engage student in quick mental addition exercise to reinforce their addition skills. Pose questions such as what is 3 plus 4, or if I have 6 cookies and eat 2, how many do I have left? Encourage students to solve these problems mentally without using any physical objects or writing down calculations. This challenges them to rely on their mental math skills and number sense. Provide a brief moment for students to mentally calculate their answers. Encourage them to use strategies such as counting on from the larger number of breaking down numbers into smaller, more manageable parts. After a short pause, invite students to share their answers with the class. Encourage them to explain their thought process and how they arrived at their answers. By engaging in this quick mental addition exercise, students not only practice their addition skills but also develop confidence in their ability to perform mental calculation efficiently. So we move to last step, which is real life application. The objective is apply addition to real life situation. Discuss everyday scenarios where addition is used, such as adding money, calculating scores in games, or measuring ingredients for receipts. Relate these scenarios back to the concept of combining quantities. This means in our everyday lives, addition is like putting these things together to find out how much we have or need. For example, when we go shopping, we add up to the price of items to see how much we will spend. In games, we add our score to see who wins. Even when we cook, we add ingredients together to make a recipe taste just right. So addition helps us combine different amounts to figure out totals of result. Whether it's counting money, keeping score, our cooking, addition is the method we wish to bring things together. And the last step is which is eighth step is assessment. What is assessment objective? The objective is assess understanding of addition concepts. Activity: provide students with addition problems to solve independently, evaluate their ability to correctly apply addition to solve problems, and explain their reasoning, offer feedback and additional support as needed. So this only my presentation for today. Thank you for listening, and till we meet again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.